This is a song called Blow My Cover. Thank you.
Hello, you're currently tuning into the Dale, Wisconsin show. Well, more rather, the Dale, Wisconsin sessions. We are currently filming here at 91.3 FM WBNY, Buffalo's original alternative since 1982, as part of Buff State. Not really. Right now, we're doing an interview, and it'll be an interview. Today we have a very special guest. I think he's special, and I'm sure you will too after this. Hailing down from the Laketown of Buffalo, New York, you may know him from his solo project or his band TTTT. He's here, he's near, and he's about to appear. Psych garage rock and freak folk favorite, Jacob King. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
But how's it going? How are you? How are you feeling?
Doing good. We're chill.
Yeah.
Hanging out here in the checker world.
Yeah. Quite black and white.
Mm-hmm.
What have you been up to lately?
Well, the band, we just played a show last night at our friend's house party.
This is Brandon from Steak and Cake Records?
Yeah. It was his he does like an anniversary show every year, and it always changes like location, but he also just opened up his like house venue space because it's the 15th anniversary, and so he asked us to play, and it was our like first show together in a long time, so it seemed like a good reason to like get back together, sort of. So
you've been working with him for a while, right? Because I mean, I don't know. I went down the rabbit hole on the Steak and Cake Instagram, and I saw you quite a bit over the years. So, like how did you meet him?
Yeah, he was maybe like after I went to school down in Fredonia, and then I think maybe I was at Fredonia. He had like hit me up. It was COVID, and it was a different time, different world, but it was the kind of thing where I think he just like cold emailed me, kind of just like, hey, I heard your stuff and I really like it. And so we just like built this like, I think like email relationship for a while.
Okay.
And then like maybe within that year we met in real life, like over the summer or something. Like I played a show in his backyard. But yeah, and then he's someone like his basement is like a recording space, like playhouse thing. So he'll just invite over his friends and you'll like just make something like in a day.
Oh, that's dope.
He'll get someone over at his place and like you just play random things and then he'll throw other things on top of it and like send you this like pretty cool track back. But he's just a very productive, inspiring guy in Buffalo. Like kind of one of the first like adults I knew in Buffalo who was like interested in music and like doing music stuff. So, yeah.
You mentioned that backyard show. Was that with the new Dionysians? Or
no, we did that this last summer, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a cool show. He'll do like every once in a while. He'll like spur of the moment throw together a backyard show, which is super fun. Cozy back there. But I think that show that I first played was like must be like 3 or 4 years ago now. I don't remember much about it. It was because he's also like a filmmaker, and a lot of times his like musical events will overlap with like showing a movie or something. So I remember playing a show, and then like after the show he played a movie like projected onto the back of his house, which was really cool.
Weren't you in one of his films?
Yes, yeah.
I remember seeing
I was like a
that.
backup guy in a movie.
Yeah.
I was so nervous for that, but it came together cool. It was like a movie. It was about like a band coming to town and playing a show, and there were all these like side characters, and me and Lex were like cousins or something. And we there were like all these scenes of us just being like, what's gonna happen at the show? And I was like so nervous. I'm not an actor, but
I mean,
yeah,
you are now.
Part of it. I know. Yeah, give me my credits.
Do you have do you have an IMDb yet?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe someone's done it. I don't know.
All right.
Yeah.
It's funny, like once I said the cameras are rolling, then now I talk like I've never talked to anyone before. So, I mean, I don't know. We were talking about stuff you've been doing, like, outside of... I mean, I guess, like, would you call Jacob King, like, your main sort of project?
Yeah, I guess so. Like,
Yeah.
the last bit of time, really since, like the band, like, coming back from school, college time, the band was kind of the focus for a while. And... yeah, that was great. And my friends in the band, they moved to Philly about a year or two ago now. Time flies. I don't know. And we've kept together and like played shows. Like when they first moved there, like for the whole year, it was as if we were still living here, all of us. But yeah, since I've just had more free time to like make music myself and do that, like. Yeah, I guess I've just been playing a lot of solo shows in the last couple years now, and yeah, I guess it seemed like it usually looks like me with like an acoustic guitar, but I don't know. I hope someday that it can be not just that, and it's more like open-ended of an idea. Yeah.
Well, I mean, you had like the shows with like the Mary Locker Band as of like
That's true,
recently.
yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know. I saw... I think the only one I saw was that Revolver one that you did
with the band.
Yeah, that was like a Hot Sounds show.
Yeah.
There were like 2 out-of-towners, and then
Right.
it was y'all and then Bob Finger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that show.
I really liked the rendition that you guys did of In the Courtyard. Like specifically,
me too.
it was the your partner plays the viola, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that song, like on the recording, was very minimalist.
Yeah.
Just like simple riff. But then when I brought it to that band originally for like the release show, I didn't really want it to sound like I didn't want like the record to sound just like the record live, and so well, the first show that band played was with Anetti's, Lex, Koala, and then Cameron, and so Cameron did this just like crazy viola like intro improvised thing that had this like really like dark vibe. And it made the song really like intense. And then Anetti's came up with the idea, like, what if it was like almost like a Led Zeppelin, like John Bonham type riff. And so that was like the best song to play live, even though I didn't imagine it that way, like on my own. Yeah.
This is another new song called Blonde Baby.
One of the few things that interests me more than the material that you have out is the material that you had out. So I was kind of curious about a couple of those releases. Mm-hmm. So, well, the first one that like I thought of in my head was what was it called? Mandolin solos? Or was mandolin something?
Yeah, I had like a little collection mandolin recordings.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know, because I really liked that it was Hills and Hills and Hills.
Mm-hmm.
Cause
you have it? Have you heard it?
I've heard it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is the only one that I have heard. But But I
Yeah.
really like that one because it's kind of like a mind fuck in the way where like you have like this drum machine that's doing like a swing on the hi-hat,
Right. Yeah.
and then you're doing like very like I don't even know.
Yeah, it was very like bedroomy
Like,
made music.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of stuff like, yeah, maybe, yeah, it's not so clear like why it's not around anymore. And yeah, I made a decision like not recently, but a while ago, to kind of like archive a bunch of stuff that was originally intended, like, not that I don't know how I feel about it, but like I think I had made a lot of recordings that were out in the world that my friends in like high school and into college had like heard and were like, "Hey, cool song." And at the time it was like maybe like those friends were the only people that heard it. And then just like time passed and I was making like newer music, and at some point I reached a point where the music I was making, I felt like, oh, this is like the first real thing to me. Not like, yeah, because I definitely have like some friends that are like, what happened to that song that I really like on, I don't know, Apple Music or whatever.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I'll definitely like send my homies the files.
Yeah.
But for all intents and purposes, I think, yeah, that's just the thing of being young and having access to things where you can like put your recordings online really easily,
Right.
and then kind of regretting it later.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't listened to that stuff in a long time.
Then I also remember you said in an interview that that Wired felt like the first like real thing.
Right, yeah. Because Wired was like during college. Basically, I guess now that I think about it, it was kind of like post-COVID is when I like felt like it was like actually like I was doing it all of a sudden.
Yeah.
But Wired was like this album I recorded at home because freshman year of college, meet all new friends, starting to play music with friends, like making a band and doing all that. And then our second semester, we get sent home because of the pandemic. And so I'm just back at home with my parents. And yeah, no one knew what to do, obviously. So I was just like recording or like trying to learn how to record in like a different kind of way. Or honestly, what it was like trying to like make something that I would want to listen to for the first time. Because before it was always kind of like so just like whatever, man, that like it would end up as like a thing, but it wasn't necessarily like something I always vibe with. But yeah, Wired was like a batch of songs that I recorded, and just like everything was cranked up and sounded really crazy. And that was my first like cassette tape that I made, which was a cool like aspect to it, to bring like a physical element to it, and it's not just like, yeah, check out this thing I made, dude, online or whatever. But yeah, and then when COVID was like, things were like, we were back in school or whatever, we decided, me and some friends, to make a band for that album. And so for a time there was a band called Wired, and we played the album Wired, and that was a lot of fun. Yeah, and that kind of like that band in a way kind of morphed into TTTT.
Because didn't Cam play drums for that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it, like some of the songs that were like starting to be made for that band became like TTTT songs.
Because you had Portland to the East out like before.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, was it before? or
I don't know. Yeah.
'cause I don't know. Like when I look on the thing, it says Jacob King TTTT, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of that is not so like intentional. like
Yeah.
like why the credits are like random.
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
That brings me to my next thing. So you were a co-founder of the Foxhead record company, and that was I mean that aligns. Did that align with when Wired came out, or?
Yeah, we made that album as a tape. I think that was the first tape for Foxhead, and that was me and my friend Felix, like in our dorms. Like, I don't know why I came up with like the idea that we should make like a tape label, and in terms of the tape label, we only got so far because we did like my tape, and then like 2 other tapes I think of just like our friends.
Okay.
Bands. Very like I think we made like 25 or something. But yeah, and then like at the end of college, that name became a banner more for like booking shows and like live shows, and so it kind of became something like way bigger than just like that tape label idea. But we always like kept the like record company vibe to it. Everything was very like, we want it to look like we made it with like crayons or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you did originally with Wired. I saw that you did a run under quarantine cassettes. Was that?
Yeah. I forgot about that.
So was that like separate? Well, I mean,
that was like that. Yeah, Wired came out on that like label, which was just like another small tape label, but I think in California.
Okay.
I didn't really know the person that well, but it was just like hey, do you want to make tapes? And I was like, yeah. And then I got like tapes in the mail, and I was like, whoa, this is cool. And then like, yeah, it was just chill. So then we made our own versions of the tape. So there's like different, I don't know. For me, like I like collect records and stuff, and there's like all these things of like different versions. And so like to be making tapes and stuff, like different versions, I felt like it was really cool to be like on ours. It's like this little tag on the bottom.
Right.
Even though I don't know how many we made, like 25 or something.
Did you actually jump into the pool with the guitar? Like how was the aftermath of that?
Yeah, no, that guitar is like one of my first. It's like a toy guitar basically. So I remember when I was young, the neck like broke, and so it's basically just been a visual piece. So I knew like at some point in my life I was gonna like smash it or do something stupid with it. But yeah, good times. My brother took the photo.
This is Make It Red. Doctor said
you've also been working with Patrick. Is his last name Shanahan?
Shanahan, yeah.
Of Eyes and Flies fame.
Mm-hmm.
With Record Beach. How did you meet him? Like, how did you guys start working together? Because I know you've made stuff together too.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't know him, but the band, we put out an EP called Everyone Loves My Friends, and that was our first kind of like collaborative release. As like, here's a like bunch of songs that we recorded all together, and we like did it. We just recorded it live to tape, and it was like Cam and Meg were on the record, and like you can hear their voices on it and stuff. And then we're all on the cover, like the three of us. And so to me that was like, it was like announcing it as like a real band kind of.
Right.
And so that was just on like Bandcamp or something. And I was at some show, and someone I knew was like, hey, my friend Patrick, he used to live here playing bands. He heard your new EP and he really likes it, and he told me he wants to like make a record for you guys, like make a 7-inch or something. I was like, okay, that's awesome. Totally.
Yeah.
But then, yeah, he just like cold texted me. He got my number. But yeah, he lives in California, in Long Beach, and he played in bands in Buffalo for a long time, and he's like has a ton of people here are like still tight with Patrick, and he comes back and plays every once in a while. But he was just launching this name, which is Record Beach, which is like his record label, and we were the first record. We just like talked on the phone, basically all the details, and then we met, I think, after it was out or something. Like, it was like kind of funny to meet him, because it was like, I don't know, it seemed like we should have met earlier, but we didn't. But yeah, he's awesome. He's a homie.
At what point does your current, I guess, label, the New Disposable, like where does that come in?
That was the tail end of college. I was doing this project on like zines, like the history of zines and poetry, like American poetry. And so I applied. I got this grant to research this and also like make a zine. And so like a lot of my senior year, I was like working on this. I guess it was like an independent study kind of thing. That was so cool. But so because I had like a budget at all to make a zine, I think I just printed like a good amount of them and just handed them out to people. At school, I remember like being at a table and just having them and being like, take them, they're free. But so that zine was called The New Disposable, and it was me like gathering things from different friends, like poems and drawings, and yeah, there's an interview in there. And then I graduated, and I think I just decided like that was going to be the name I use for everything going forward. And so now there's like different tapes, and there's a record that's on the New Disposable name. And it's like, yeah, I don't really know like where it's headed either. Like it's kind of just me. It's the name. I don't know.
I don't know, because I found the website that you have for the New Disposable, and then I tried to search it up again, just like in Google, and then I did, and then a lot of vapes came up.
That's great.
But
yeah,
that like reminded me of a very specific time, because this kind of goes back on the Eyes and Flies thing, because I met Patrick like that was like the TTTT Eyes and Flies weekend, because I saw you guys at Amy's place, and then I met Patrick, and then
we played like 2 shows.
There was that show at
Yeah.
What was?
Oh.
I mean, it was a house venue. I don't remember what it was called.
So we did that one show at Amy's place together. That was with, crap, I can't remember their name.
Was it Nod?
It was Nod from
Yeah.
Rochester. But then the next day, after this show, we played at like an attic show, upstairs show.
But
together.
no, back because this is the vape thing that I was going to go on. I have this very vivid memory in my head. I think you guys are playing. I believe it was Portland of the East. Is one of the words is Tennessee vape juice?
Yeah.
Like where does that where does that come from?
Oh, I don't remember. I think it was like, I just remember like the summer playing that song. It was like something about vape juice. Like it was like a vape shop or something. Like a, no, you know, it was I was in the South on a family trip. We were seeing some family, and there was like this, we like looked up coffee shops. We went to this coffee shop, but it was like coffee shop and vape shop. And so like me and my dad went in, and my dad like just very like just like straightforward, not gonna vape. It was just like funny to be in a vape shop with my dad, I think.
Yeah. I wanna talk about the new thing, or the newest thing, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's been like almost like, it's been like 8 months ish since you put the Mary Locker out. Like, did you have like any expectations when you put it out, or was it just kind of there, or like do you feel like?
I think like, yeah, I think it was just a thing of like I recorded it one summer, and then just like sat on recordings for such a long time to like be able to almost like give myself the time to have like a fresh head to listen to it again, and then decide if I wanted to put it out or something. And it was also like, I feel like a lot, like with the record of thinking, I was thinking about like this like seasonal things, and like it's very like wintry in my opinion. Like, so I was wondering if I should put it out in the winter, and I ended up not. Like, it came out in the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know what expectations I had. I think after making a 7-inch with the band and like with Patrick, I was kind of like, well, it's maybe not impossible to actually make records. And so he really helped me out, like guided me through the whole process of what it's like to put some money down on getting record pressed and just doing it fully like yourself. And yeah, it was like a super fun process to do that. And it's like short run. There's a limited amount of them, which is fine because they're not gonna sell out or anything. But I think over the summer it came out, and we had a release show with the live band and everything, and it came together in this like really big way with like all these people to help out, and like just all these like faces I saw involved, and I was like super grateful for that. Also like it came out around my birthday, so we had this release show for it, and people surprised me with a birthday cake. And then I was kind of embarrassed because I was like, are people thinking I like threw this big like birthday party for myself?
Yeah.
But no. But it was, anyway, it was very special. Yeah, for me. It was great.
The only thing I was like thinking about is like, it's really weird when people like sing happy birthday to you, or at least I always find it weird.
It's like a long time for people to all be looking at you.
Yeah.
A good 30 seconds or something.
This record kind of came up in a big way. Like, how do you feel about the next thing, or like do you know what the next thing is?
Yeah, I want to do more. Yeah, it's a very like delicate headspace, like the album for me. And so I kind of just want to like get back to like rocking a little bit, like rock. Not like specifically, but like, yeah, I'll always be able to be in like a quieter operation headspace. But I do want to do something kind of different going forward, but that's okay.
Well, now that all the cameras have died, is there anything you want to shout out? Anything you want to promote? Anything? Any last words?
Yeah. If you live in Buffalo, go out to see shows. Go out to see DIY shows and go see bands and meet people and start bands with people. And if you're young, meet other young people and play in bands. And yeah, it's like a good place to be in the world, I think. But Buffalo's really cool. It's right. I don't know when this comes out, but the cold season is pretty brutal, and it's hard to have like get-togethers and do things. But yeah, don't miss out on stuff if you see shows and posters and things. It's fun. It's fun to go. So yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. This has been Dale, Wisconsin. I am the intern, and we are done now. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't know. You actually out of all of the shots. Oh, word. Until now.